Today we will be reading The Little Red Caboose by Marian Potter and illustrated by Tibor Gergely. The Little Red Caboose always came last. First came the big black engine, puffing and cuffing. Then came the boxcars. Then the oil cars. Then the coal cars. Then the flat cars. Sometimes they were switched around in different ways. But the Little Red Caboose always came last. Boys and girls waved at the big black engine. They listened to the boxcars and the oil cars and the coal cars and the flat cars go clickety-clack. But by the time the Little Red Caboose came along, the boys and girls were turning away because the Little Red Caboose always came last. "Oh, smoke," said the Little Red Caboose. "I wish I were a flat car or a coal car or an oil car or a box car, so boys and girls would wave at me. How I wish I were a big black engine, puffing and cuffing away up at the front of the train. But I'm just the little old red caboose. Nobody cares for me." One day the train started up a mountain. Up went the big black engine. Up went the boxcars. Up went the oil cars. Up went the coal cars. Up went the flat cars. Up went the Little Red Caboose. "Hang on tight, little caboose," called the flat car. "This is a long, tall mountain, and you are the last car on the train." "Don't I know it?" sighed the Little Red Caboose. "Poor me." The train went slower and slower and slower. Soon it was hardly moving. It looked as if that train could not get up the mountain. "Look out, little caboose," called the flat car. "The train is starting to slip back down the long, tall mountain." "Not if I can help it," said the Little Red Caboose. And he slammed on his brakes and he held tight to the tracks. And he kept that train from sliding down the mountain. That's a lot of smoke. The bump. The Little Red Caboose felt something push him from behind. It was two big black engines. They pushed the train up the top of the mountain. "We couldn't have done it," said the big black engine, "if it had not been for the Little Red Caboose." Everyone cheered, and the Little Red Caboose nearly burst with pride. Now children waved at the big black engine and at all the cars. but they saved their biggest waves for the Little Red Caboose, because the Little Red Caboose saved the train. That's a happy ending. This is a great book for probably kindergarten through first grade. It has some words you can work on, SLA lessons such as everyone has a role. No matter how big or little you are great at something. And the Little Red Caboose felt inadequate at some point, but over time learned to like himself because he was able to save the day by doing something the other cars couldn't. Yes, coal cars carried coal, and all of them got waved at, and he did not in the beginning, but he was able to save the day, where the other cars didn't have the brakes or the ability to stop the big train from causing the crash that could have happened.